Isn't Pink Floyd one woman? I think no, that's just Pink.
Yeah,
Never
you're thinking
mind.
of Pink.
I'm thinking of just Pink without the Floyd.
Oh, they're British.
Okay,
Yeah.
that was good.
Thanks.
This is the podcast that I always forget about, even though it happens every week.
Yeah, this is a shitty chore I have to do once every 7 days.
Welcome to
Welcome to Dead House.
are in the car. So what is today's podcast about?
We didn't discuss at all.
we discussed it a little bit, but then we left it on a cliffhanger.
We said two joke ideas.
Well, my first one wasn't a joke.
What was it?
The stage of life you're the most excited about.
Yeah. So he suggested which stage of life are you looking most forward to?
Yeah.
Your geriatric years, your middle-aged years, or you bald a little bit?
Well, I won't bald if I get Keeps, which is the sponsor of today's podcast.
I argue that I've already hit puberty, so I've peaked.
It's not the sponsor. I don't know if I have to legally say that. I don't know laws well enough.
Yeah, there's no sponsor.
There will never be a sponsor.
Except for delicious Bud Light.
Dude, I so think I should actually start getting sponsors. There was actually I was talking to my cousin recently.
You have one of those?
A few, too many cousins.
Yikes.
And
Ay, caramba.
they were talking about how they've started a YouTube channel. They only have like 16 subscribers, and yet they're getting Amazon to send them free shit.
Whoa.
Which is insane. They'll just you can review Amazon products, right? They do a lot of, on the YouTube channel, a ton of different electronic reviews. So they go and review it on Amazon and then say, if you send me another one, or if you send me another product, I can review it on my channel. And I highly doubt they even look at the channel. They're just publicity, and then they just send it.
I mean, that's their...
Which is crazy.
That's their fucking mission statement, dude.
You could probably get some free mics.
All eyes on... Are the mics equal? Yeah, they're equal.
I don't know, man. I'm trusting you with this.
So is it Amazon as a company, or is it individual sellers? Because I could totally...
it's for sure individual sellers.
I could
There's
totally
no way.
see some fucking nobody shop on Amazon who sells throw pillows. They're like, oh my god, somebody's interested finally. I've been honing this craft for 10 years.
But I so think we could get some weird ass fucking some weird things on this podcast.
Some Temu shit.
Yeah, I was thinking. I don't know if I talked about this on the podcast, but I know I talked to you about it. I wanna take it live at some point. It sadly isn't gonna be for a while, but I have a vision where we will get our 2 little tyke race car beds, and we'll be pinned up against each other like the presidential debates, one red, one blue.
That vision's almost as good as MLK's. Almost, just shy.
We are both having dreams. I feel like mine's a little more selfish, but a dream nevertheless. But I'm just trying to think of what if I got into contact with a sponsor? There's only so much I can do. If I'm getting in contact with a sponsor with this low of downloads on the podcast at the moment, right? Mm-hmm. It's going to be something shady and weird and some weird product. I don't know how to show a weird product without a video, I can describe it all I want, and maybe they're okay with that. But
just describe the dimensions. This has a diameter of about 1.25 inches.
It is a 3.5 foot by 1.5 foot lamp post. It does not come with the bulb, but it is shiny and beautiful. Silver coating.
This is a strange anal implement with a ball the size of a basketball on the end.
10 different vibration patterns.
Oh, this one's intermittent. Look at this. It's changing it up a bit. That's the one you got to watch out for. Is that?
It goes crazy on the 10th one. But I don't know. What would be your dream sponsor?
I don't like the idea of a sponsorship. Not to sound like a fucking like one of them tree huggers.
You want to do this for free forever?
No, like not like a starving artist thing either. It's just like I feel like if you co-sign to a sponsor, so many times people have gotten in trouble for not looking carefully.
Oh, for sure.
Like the titles guy who did the trees, the plots of land out in Ireland. Turns out that was just fake. They just made that up. Remember? I established titles.
I think I've heard of that. I didn't realize it was completely fake.
Yeah, or like
that's really funny.
The therapy app. The people were like
better help.
Better help Saul.
BetterHelp is legitimate and real. I've tried to use it, but it's
not better help. It might be. It's kind of inarguably worse help than just regular therapy.
I may be completely wrong about this, but I believe that the issues with it are you can get stuck with an awful therapist and it's hard to get it changed.
I thought it was just as a concept, it is very impersonal and kind of damaging to speak to somebody online like you're in fucking chat roulette.
It is, but it's much cheaper. So if you just need a professional to tell you something, then it's not bad.
You know what else is pretty cheap?
Yeah.
Living with it. Just sitting and living with it. With the stress of each day.
You should go see a therapist. If you should go see a therapist.
I'm not going to that motherfucker. I know what he's up to. All right. I can read. I don't lack reading comprehension.
I think that the biggest issue with sponsors is and something that a lot of like content creators have figured out is like video games, because most games that are willing to sponsor YouTubers are gacha games that don't have a lot of marketing, but they have a ton of money and they don't know what to do with it, so they chuck it at content creators. And
the pay to play shit.
Yeah, most of those games are absolute dog shit. I have not played Raid Shadow Legends.
Sadly, I have not either.
I don't.
I hear there are 10 new heroes every month.
I will take the sponsor if you come to me, Raid. I'll play it, and let's see, Raid. This is a call out to you, Raid Shadow Legends. I think right now in my head it's a gacha game, but if you're like, play it, and then I play it and I like it, then I'll advertise it. Well, if you pay me.
Is it possible for one person in a 2-person podcast to take a sponsorship deal
and the other one to not?
Yeah, I'm not. Look, it could be like
I don't think that's possible.
It could be like a BetterHelp situation. I don't know how damaging this app is. You know?
But there's a lot of shit that a lot of companies that sponsor content creators that I can actually I can give a thumbs up to right now because I've tried it.
Yeah.
Manscaped is amazing.
I've heard of this Manscaped.
I
just buy razors at the grocery store.
Do you shave your balls with just razors from the grocery store?
Oh man, I shave every inch of my body with just like cheap, just flimsy razors and a little bit of shaving cream.
Oh god,
it works.
Well, I don't like when my balls pop, so I'm a fan of the Manscaped thing.
That's where we differ, I guess.
And then another one is MeUndies. I think I'm literally wearing some right now.
MeUndies.
Yeah, I am.
I remember this
fucking Office theme
from the fucking
it is
the H3 podcast. What are you, some kind of H3 fan?
I didn't even know you were sponsored by them. Yeah. They sponsor about everybody.
Yeah.
I am a baby little yard fan. I'm a little goo goo gaga baby little yard fan.
What's the yard?
Ludwig's podcast.
The turtle from Castle One, Super Mario. I say
yeah,
no more,
that
dude.
one. That one.
I gotcha. That was Iggy actually. Is Castle One.
You are a very powerful person if you can change my permanent concept of a Koopaling. Okay. Because when I hear the word Ludwig, I don't think of the Koopaling anymore. Why? And that takes power and strategy.
Because of the guy?
Yeah.
I
think of the guy first.
That's very telling of him as a person.
He's powerful.
He was able to reconfigure your brain.
I know.
Maybe
nothing. I should just call myself Lemmy.
That guy's racist as fuck. That's a dude from like a shitty British band from like, you know, the 20th century.
And they're racist?
Just the main guy, I think. I don't know if that's true.
Were they like a ripoff of the Beatles? What were they?
Because they're a British band.
In the 20th century, they have those two qualities. What else is there?
Yeah, you know, American rock band. What is this? Some kind of Pink Floyd knockoff? Are they British? I don't really know anything about Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd's
American, right?
Isn't Pink Floyd one woman? I think no, that's just Pink.
Yeah,
Never mind. Pink. I'm thinking of just Pink without the Floyd.
Are they British? Oh, they're British. All right.
We have been corrected. They are British.
Well, it doesn't change the fact that they're just a knockoff of the Beatles, I guess, because they're British. Following your botched logic.
We need someone on this podcast that like doesn't blatantly just lie about everything that is said.
Yeah, speaking of that, something really bad happened last episode.
Something awful happened
to the water main.
To address it. This is cancelable, and I'm surprised that no one's called us out yet. Well, actually, someone has called us out.
Yeah.
Multiple listeners have said this, and it upsets me greatly that we messed this up.
This is troubling. I've like never been in this much trouble before, nor do I deserve it because I'm a handsome little boy.
He is adorable.
Thank you.
Well, first of all, I want to apologize to the fans, misguiding and misleading them. We have always made sure to do our due diligence
all the time.
Research about everything we talk about,
especially movies with Rob Schneider.
But we fucked up our best category, the thing that this podcast is known for, and we fucked it. We fucked it.
We fucked it like a Christmas ham.
So we were talking about some Schneider movies.
We were talking the Schneid.
Robbie's list.
Robbie Rotten, boy.
And we lied about one of them.
So two things happened. One of them you will have to apologize for.
I will.
Because your Google skills are really
bad.
They're at question here. They're in question. This guy's getting water in the car.
It's the most powerful car sink I've ever fucking seen.
Yeah, the water pressure. The water pressure at our house that we're not in.
Well, actually, we're in a firefighting car.
Are you talking about a fire truck?
It could be. Maybe it's just a like Nissan with a hose out the window. Either or.
Attached to what?
What?
The fucking cigarette burner?
The coolant.
All right. So the first thing that was fucked up upon is in Googling whether or not Rob Schneider was in Demolition Man. You said he wasn't, and we were corrected.
That was a mistake.
You were corrected in text by our mutual.
You double checked this, right?
Yeah, I looked at it. I remember the scene now. It's not a huge role, but
wanted to make sure that our listeners weren't liars.
Yeah. So apologize for that, and then we can get to the really bad thing I did.
It's really bad.
It's really bad.
Well, I'm sorry. Well, I'll apologize to the man himself momentarily. But
Good
first,
point.
we'll bring up the second thing that we've hurt Robbie for.
Yeah. I made the textbook mistake of mixing up two naval movies. All right. He was not in Under Siege. That's an action movie with Steven Seagal. There's every chance we may have already talked about this on the podcast.
Practically impossible to get confused.
Yeah, and I did it. You're joking, but they are so tonally different. He was in Down Periscope.
I'll be completely honest. I have not seen either, so I have no idea.
He was in Down Periscope, the movie with fucking the dude from Frasier. And he does... He's like a really stupid, short little submarine captain fella type.
I have a question about Frasier.
Yeah, Frasier.
Is Frasier the same Frasier from Seinfeld?
What?
Am I stupid?
What are you talking about?
Who's in Seinfeld?
The characters? The main characters of Seinfeld
What's the side character? There's
Jerry, right. George, Kramer, and what? Are you thinking of Kramer?
Yeah.
Okay, I saw your face. All right. Yeah, no,
all right,
that was
sorry
Kramer.
about that one too.
That's pretty good.
All right, but 2 blunders, 1 episode, and we need to take accountability. So we actually have gotten in contact with Rob Schneider himself.
I doxed the fool.
We have a lot of pool in the Hollywood Hills.
Whitepages.com, baby.
We need to make sure that we're all okay.
That motherfucker's not safe.
Well, no, he's safe. He's safe because we're going to apologize to him.
He's safe because I let him be. All right, we're going to give him a call here.
So let's give Robbie a call. Rob.
Robbie.
I'm going to be so sad if Rob Schneider doesn't pick up.
Rob, is that you? Rob?
Rob?
What's up?
Oh, okay, sick.
Oh, it's Rob Schneider, guys. He's on the line.
This is the We're in a Car, guys. Do you remember?
Yeah, it
You
was
okay there, Rob?
It was that. It was the 5 millionth YouTube podcast. You remember us, Rob?
You remember, right? We messed up the movies.
Yeah.
We're sorry.
I give my sincerest and most humble apology.
Come on.
Are you okay, Rob?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Rob. Thank you.
Well, Rob, is dinner still on for Friday?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. All right.
Okay, cool. I know we're
All
cool.
right. He loves us.
He loves us.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you, Rob. That was nice of him to accept the apology.
The drama was completely cleared live on the show.
Yeah.
Where are you going to get better content than that?
I love that guy. He was in fucking Under Siege.
He was, right?
Fuck. All right, you know what? He's eating up all my minutes because it's the year 2008. So I use minutes. And
Does Rob? Do you think Rob still uses minutes?
yeah, no doubt. The real Rob Schneider that we just talked to, he uses minutes. He's got like a prepaid cell phone.
Oh, that's sketchy of Rob, always using a burner.
Yeah.
Well, more door, more wheel.
More door, more wheel.
More door, more wheel.
More door, more wheel.
I think they're more wheel because the door get the wheel.
This cunt sucking thing. I remember this from like a month ago.
It get the wheel and put the door on it. I thought it was like from a year ago.
It probably was, but my sense of time's jacked. So this was the question, and there's so many fucking counterpoints that I guess it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, there's not a real answer.
What do you consider a door? Is an attic door a door, or is it a hatch? You know, is the door to a cabinet a door?
I believe that anything that opens on a hinge.
Dangerous.
Wait, that's not even true. Anything that opens is a door.
That's so dangerous.
A
Cereal box.
Window can be counted as a door. Well, sure. Cereal's a door.
Jesus Christ. And this is why the wheel thing is so dangerous.
Microwave door.
Yeah.
That's not a real door.
If it's
but
got-
everyone calls it a door.
Okay.
Maybe. Well, that would still count cereal box.
Is a gear a wheel?
Yes.
Okay, then they're matched. They're probably perfectly matched. The numbers are both exactly right.
I think that we'll have more because gear.
I concur.
Imagine you go to cabinet and you open cabinet and it's spiral open, but look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Hinge made of 3 wheel. I cannot believe it.
Can't either.
Is a hinge a wheel?
Is a hinge a wheel? You're thinking of like folding doors, right? Is a hinge a wheel? There's no fucking way a hinge is a wheel, right?
But it twists and turns.
So does like a ball. Is a ball a wheel?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, don't say that.
A ball could be a wheel.
A ball is a wheel?
Yeah.
Any kind of ball?
I guess.
All right.
It could be.
That means that half of the population, excluding people who lost their balls.
Oh,
yeah, do you see what I'm
fuck.
saying? Yeah, that's a
Well,
lot.
is your mouth a door? Is your asshole or penis hole or vajayjay a door
Yes.
to the interior kidney?
It's fucking... It's simple biology, man. Fucking, of course, it's a door. Are teeth just little mouth rocks? You know?
Teeth are wheels for the mouth because they churn the food.
Can I gush about watermills for a little bit?
Yeah, I'm very curious.
Love watermills.
Why? Where'd that come from?
I just think they're so neat.
What taught you that they're neat?
If I said where I saw a watermill, I'd be doxing.
But it was a local area.
It's some
where you hung out with the water wheel.
It's like an hour and a half from here. That's all that anybody needs to know.
It was a light year away.
Yeah.
And you sat near the watermill because you're lonely.
That has nothing to do with it. But
were you alone?
I was alone.
Were you sad?
I plead the fifth, dude. I'm not on trial here. All right, it doesn't matter if I was sad or not. All that matters is this mill just keeps turning water.
Were you sad and then you got to the water wheel and then you got happy?
No, but I did enjoy the watermill.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
We both drank at the same time. That was bad timing. Timing.
All right, let's talk about the most awaited period in your life.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. I'm excited to experience having to use a wheelchair.
Okay.
Because I'll make it motorized. with like jet fuel that can launch me like Tony Hawk.
I'm getting flashbacks to that time you said you wanted a flying car, but the only way that you could picture a car flying is to set a bomb underneath of it.
Well, no, a wheelchair can work without the jet engines, but I'm not going to use it without the jet engines.
You should not aspire to have no working legs. No, not that there's anything wrong with it, but I mean, it's not like a great thing.
The legs could work, but the arthritis is just too bad.
You're arthritic. I gotcha. Okay. Say no more.
I understand where my life's headed, and it's towards the joints, and the joints aren't going to be good. The joints won't be good.
That's not what I was going to say.
Well, I'm glad that we have unique takes.
I agree. I'm excited to use a walker.
One step before.
There's this illusion that you're going to get to a certain age and everybody around you is going to respect you. That's not a thing. No. Because you're 30 and then 40-year-olds are looking back at you like, you have no fucking idea. How much is in your 401k? 100k less? I thought so. All right. You turn 40 and then the 80-year-olds are like, this fucking wild tramp. You know? You can't win. There's no winning.
What I'm actually excited for is right now I am still in college. There's the burp. And I'm excited to have a normal full-time job that will pay pretty well. And I will have no dependencies. So I can just do whatever the shit fuck I want. I plan on, I have grand plans such as the bedroom.
With the 2 cars?
No. That's our studio.
Okay.
The bedroom is different from a bedroom because a bedroom is a room with a bed in it, and the bedroom is a bed with a room around it.
I do not track.
So you open the door and there is no floor. It is bed.
It's all mattress.
It's bed.
Okay.
And
I like that.
You hop and you skip and you bounce.
Right.
Will the walls be safe? No.
Why will they not be safe?
Because I'm not going to buy mattresses for them.
Oh, as cushioning.
You could launch into the wall and your head could go straight through the drywall.
Well, just don't.
Exactly.
Don't fucking do that.
Don't be a fucking baby. And maybe you'll like the bedroom.
You know what? I love rooms with a purpose that is just fun.
It's going to be great.
Or leisure. So I like that idea.
I have actually thought pretty in depth about this because you run into some issues, right? And that is when it comes to molding. Molding.
Under the mattress?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you just lay a mattress on a floor, it will cause molding. That is one reason to have a bed spring if you don't have a bed frame, you know? Yeah. A bed spring with a bed frame will cause the least amount of mold, but a bed spring will, help with the mold. But
let me help doctor your idea. Are you
Okay.
renting or buying in this scenario?
This would be a permanent residence.
Okay. So dig a hole in the ground
Mm.
about 3 foot deep.
Okay.
That way, as you step into the room, it's already on a bed frame, dude. And the mattress is floor level.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's smart. That's smart. I just don't know. Like, let's say the point of it is to bounce and to roll around and to feel like you are on a cloud. But what
Naturally.
if a leg breaks in my cloud? How do I get under there? I can't break the immersive experience by having like one part of the room not have a mattress, and then I can like crawl around like a little army dude to
Right.
fix the broken spring, because I don't want a hole. It needs to be a full bedroom,
Right.
all bed, no room.
No room.
And how do you do maintenance on such a project? I don't know. I
That's
don't know how to
tricky.
upkeep it.
It's very tricky.
Maybe imagine if it's like the study. Once was the study. And we put beds all throughout the floor. And then maybe like Harry Potter, I can cut a tiny hobbit-sized door.
What? Does that happen in Harry Potter?
Doesn't he live under the stairs in a tiny door?
I haven't seen it. I just didn't know he cut a tiny
there,
door.
I don't know if there. I thought that maybe the door's already there. I'm
Okay.
making the door. I don't know
Right.
if he made the door. I don't know if there is a door. He did live under the stairs. I
Take
am
this life by the
almost sure.
balls and cut your own door.
So I cut it like not even 2 feet. How tall am I when I crawl? Like maybe 2
That's a
feet.
good question.
Like a 2 foot tall door, which allows me to crawl in underneath of the mattresses without ruining the landscape that's above.
A giant pillow fort.
Yes.
That's a way better idea for a room.
That
No
would
offense.
that would also be sick.
That would.
Maybe we just get really we can have bedroom and underneath a pillow fort. And so how you achieve that is you just get taller
Bed
bed,
and taller ceiling.
taller bed frame.
accommodate.
That's what it is. So bed frame doesn't have to be more than 2 feet tall, but like the legs have to be pretty wide apart. There's also, to achieve this, I was looking at, there's a company that will make you custom sized beds. So technically I could have this all be one mattress.
The whole floor.
Yeah. Would it cost less or more? I don't know. And I also don't know if it would be easier to upkeep.
You're talking about a
But
bed
it would be
frame,
more
though.
fluent and look better for sure.
Do they make the bed frame as well as the mattress?
They can, yeah.
Okay.
But it also very expensive.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if it's less expensive than normal though.
I like the idea that you go under the bed to maintain the bed. Like
It's
you're
funny.
a worker. Like you're one of the fucking green guys from Fraggles.
Yeah.
And you're just under there like doing construction work.
I'm like a flubber.
You're like they're called, what are they called?
I was talking about the movie Flubber.
Why are you like flubber?
Don't they work for him until they go crazy?
You know,
Maybe
I've
they
never
don't work
seen,
for him at all.
Never seen flubber.
Maybe I think, do gremlins work for them? What do either of these creatures do?
Gremlins don't work for him though.
Well, before the water, what do they do?
They just kind of like look cute and do stuff.
Like what?
Do they work for him?
I don't know.
I feel like
do they like
just,
do his dishes? Well, they can't. That's water. Maybe they like maybe they guarded his plants.
Gizmo
Or, like, do
sure
his-
as shit
like,
does
his
not.
cooking.
Gizmo doesn't do shit. Gizmo looks adorable and sits there.
Maybe he's like the manager.
Yeah.
He's like scrub the stovetop.
That's probably what Gizmo does.
That's
is
probably what Gizmo
scrub
does.
the stovetop.
Well, no, he tells other people to. He's the manager.
He commands. A man of
But-
action.
I'm excited for my like early to mid 30s because by that point I will have stable income to blow out the fucking door.
Blow that door
I don't know
out.
what word I was looking for there.
Let's go. Blow out the door, man.
But I think that it'll be really, really fun to have a bedroom. And there's a couple other fucking just like, I really want just an entire room dedicated to YouTube. That's where our little tyke beds will be.
Oh.
That'll be sick. But
We'll have little sleepovers.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's all right. Another question about the future of this podcast.
Yes.
are we going to have mattresses in the tyke beds, or are we going to sit there in the frame so it looks like the car is in front of us? Because the mattress would be more comfy, but it would lose that immersion.
Yes. You care a lot about immersion. I
noticed
do. Today.
I do.
It kind of depends on whether you're more about comfort or your fans. All right? Nobody's going to judge you. Nobody's going to judge you if you don't care about your fans. That's cool. We're sitting on the ground, dude. I will not.
I'm in it for the fans.
Yeah, we're sitting on the ground.
We're sitting on the ground. Maybe we can have like a throw pillow.
No.
Don't have to break your little tiny whiny butthole.
No.
No?
That will break the immersion.
The throw pillow?
Yes.
All right. Fair enough.
I'm going to lay down on the ground.
We're going to take a nap.
Yeah.
Immersion, baby.
I'm very much looking backwards. You're looking ahead to a future. And I am. There's a great quote from, I think, Marcus Oin. I think that's his name.
Who the fuck is that?
Of Boards of Canada, your favorite band. And you remember. And he said, when I was a fetus, I was nostalgic for when I was a sperm. I'm always looking backwards.
Wait, so is that your was that your favorite? We can accommodate to that part of the question. I guess
that wasn't an answer to the question. I'm just saying.
Well,
I'm not super forward thinking. I'm kind of regressive.
When do you think is going to be your peak of life? When do you think you're going to be at the peak of happiness and healthiness and like wealthiness and just like overall content?
6 years ago.
Yeah, I was about to say, is that behind you or ahead of you? And I guess you answered. So, while you were in high school, that's when you were most content?
I think I was most content. We can censor this if you'd like. I was most content before.
we will need to censor that.
I'll replace it with a dog barking.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for my 30s.
Yeah.
Early 30s.
Not the late 30s though.
Now I'm gonna be old by then.
As you approach 40,
I'm gonna have arthritis by then.
Yeah.
That's gonna be my jetpack joyride wheelchair days.
It's a good game.
Start when I'm 38.
Yeah. I'm trying to when I turn 30, I don't want jetpack wheelchair. I want a duck's life, dude.
Do you want a duck's life?
You remember that game?
Yeah, just like RPGs and you're a duck.
I'm a duck.
All right. Okay. Oh.
34.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not
See,
bad.
now you're looking this week.
I am
Last
looking.
week I was looking.
looking.
You gave me shit for it.
I would never do that because I'm not a hypocrite.
No, not at all.
I would never look, nor care, nor do anything else.
This motherfucker's looking.
Ever.
He's looking. I lost $300 at the casino yesterday.
Holy shit! Really?
Yeah.
What? to what?
Lots of different things.
What was there any like main factor?
Yeah, a lot of things.
Like what game did you play?
So I lost probably about 150 at roulette, or not roulette, blackjack.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I just kind of sat there and kept feeding it, and I was like, surely at some point,
dude, you've been like on a roll in blackjack. What
I've
happened?
been really good. I think maybe I
thought you
exhausted
made like
it.
$400.
I did, so I'm still ahead, bitch.
So what happened?
So I lost. It's a game of luck. It's a game of chance. That's what happens.
Well, like to an extent.
Yeah, but probability dictates if you keep going to a casino, eventually at some point you're going to suffer a bad loss.
For sure.
Which
but
300 was the self-imposed limit, so it's not like I blew.
Okay.
It's not like I was like, gotta get to the fucking ATM. I took 300 out in cash and lost 150 of it to blackjack, 50 into a slot machine with the person I went with, and then I kind of wandered off and I found a slot machine and I was like, this is significant to me in some way. The title of this, that means God likes me. God doesn't. I found out. As it turns out, in all my infinitely bad karma, God has decided that I'm a little dick.
Well, fuck.
Yeah, so I lost $100 to that slot machine.
Well, that sucks.
Nah, I'm still ahead. Because if you think about it,
I mean, technically, yeah.
I also won 500 at bingo one
But
time.
like, what was there any strategy that you changed in blackjack that made you lose? What was the strategy that was working before?
You know your odds in blackjack, right?
No.
It's like 49 to 51%, 51 to the house.
Gotcha.
So it just makes sense that I would lose this time.
At some point.
Yeah. And it's not really that big of a deal. All that I would say, all this that happens when you like lose money gambling is then you kind of take a little bit to stop gambling.
Okay.
Which is good because leading specialists suggest against spending all your hard-earned money on random chance. They say that.
Yeah. Most financial advisors would say to not gamble, but I don't get where that advice is coming from because you can make money. So that's stupid.
It's especially sound to bet all your money in an underground black market game with Italian mafiosos. I think.
I want to gamble, but the games I want to play are like basic, like Texas Hold'em or like, and those games for buy-in are like a minimum of like $20 a round.
You got to get over that hurdle if you want to gamble. Period. Unless you're doing it with friends.
I will when I have money to do that,
right.
But Jesus Christ, I cannot do that right now.
Yeah, it's not a good feeling. You know.
Well, it is if you win.
It is, but it is definitely less good to win than it is bad to lose. Because when you win, you're like, I could do this again next week. And when you lose, you're like, I will never recover from this.
But like that's something I think that I'll be a little gambling little baby when I am close to 30. When I'm around 30. Cause
that's why you're looking ahead.
I know. That's why I'm excited. So I can gamble it all away.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, this isn't me trying to make a bad situation good. People have lost more. They have lost more.
They have lost more. How much have I lost to gambling? I've really only, when it comes to actual casino, I've done like Texas Hold'em and blackjack with my friends. But when it comes to an actual casino, I have really only done slot machines because those are like the cheapest thing. And I have...
Those are the worst odds in the casino.
Oh,
that is how they
far.
sustain the casino.
But I mean, that's why it's the cheapest.
Your best odds at a casino, if you're really going for odds...
Is it blackjack?
Yeah, don't fuck with any of the felt table pokers, the roulettes, or any of this shit where you think you have a head over it, because you don't. The whole thing is just chance.
Like blackjack, you have some say into what happens.
I would say poker is where people think they have control, but blackjack is literally, if you play it by the books, it is like 49 to 51% odds.
Blackjack and Texas Hold'em or like 5-card draw is where you have the highest chance, but you also need to know what you're doing there.
Yeah. You have to have a good fucking... You have a good sense when to hold them, when to fold them.
When to roll them. Slots and roulette are all fucking chance, though. Like, there is no say into what happens. And, like, it's fun. Pretty light go wub wub, and you're like, oh my god, I could money, and you don't. You certainly don't. I am convinced, though, that... I know, like, slot machines directly have, like, a camera. Like most of them have someone in the behind the scenes have the option to just look you directly in the face. I am convinced that they are constantly doing that because every time I have went to a casino, it's usually for like someone's birthday. Right. So their family's there, everyone's having a good time, and usually the grandparents will be there. And the cute old grandparents who are just like innocent and small and sweet,
vulnerable,
they're the ones that make the money.
Yeah,
always. It is consistent that, because I just think that there's some fucking mob member behind the camera that's like, this 80-year-old is funny, let's make him smile, and then they give him $50.
I agree. It appeals to the human nature in you that you're like, oh, let's make this fucking 80-something-year-old get a little money.
So I really do think that they are directly choosing like win or lose on the slots depending on who's playing.
Yeah.
Which is funny.
I don't think they have that control over the mechanisms in the machine.
I think I maybe not all of them, but I think some of them they for sure do.
Some of them maybe, like, I mean, if it's a really fucking shitty casino, You
Like,
can tell it's stacked against you, but I would
for all of them,
be harder to rig than it would to just fucking do it. The house always fucking wins. There's no reason.
For all slots, you can make a meter. There's basically like just a meter on how often someone wins or loses.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that they changed that drastically depending on who's playing.
How do you change a meter for a thing that involves, 4 things stopping randomly?
I'm guessing you can do it electronically.
You're thinking of claw machines. You're thinking of difficulty in claw machines.
No. Slot machines do this.
There's a probability for how likely it will be to land on what?
On just the jackpot. On just any winning thing. They can make it more or less likely depending on the time of day or... it's usually like how busy the place is. If it's not that busy, they'll make it more probable, so they bring in more people.
Is that written on the machines?
I have no idea, actually.
That doesn't seem right.
I'm gonna look it up now. Unless I was lied to, I'm pretty sure this is a thing.
Yeah. I don't know how they could really go about changing that, but I mean, I could see it. Casinos are really their main fucking focus is not in you going to like a high stakes room. Everybody thinks, oh, they make all their money from the high stakes room because you bet $100 and lose it. The people who are going to the high stakes room are like hardened gambling addict weirdos. They make most of their money from fucking, happy faced old people who come to the casino with a bucket full of quarters and just feed it to the slot machines. That's why they open anytime you walk into a casino for like a stretch of 20 or so feet, at the bare minimum, there's going to be a bunch of slot machines. And you look to your left and your right, there's your granny with a whole pack of reds smoking away her fucking
getting
funds.
ready.
Yeah. You never see that same old lady at the fucking tables.
I know.
Because she's playing the slot. She's there for the slots.
It's crazy.
And maybe she hits the jackpot
That's sad.
once, and makes $1 million. Far and away the best activity at a casino is the bar. Would you agree with that?
Sorry. Okay, I'm wrong. You're right.
How could they rig that?
I think the rumor came from, because I heard it when I was like younger many times from many different people. There were stories around that time where they were actually going to try and do it. Mm-hmm. They wanted to actually be able to change it on the fly immediately, no matter who's playing at what time. They can just press a button electronically to give someone the jackpot, which is crazy.
Seems like a breach of contract.
It is. That's why they can't do it. Most states in the U.S., at least, have regulations that when a machine is changed, it needs to be reported as a new game. So the entire branding has to change if they change the odds.
And that's why every fucking slot machine is a different name. And they're always ridiculous. It'll be like, this is Candy Town. Come to Candy Town. It's nothing but candy here. You look in that next door and it's like, this is Broccoli Town.
They have many themes, and there's no fucking way that they have the rights to it. Yeah. I saw many that were Wizard of Oz themed. What fucking like Warner Brothers guy was like, all right, we're gonna put Dorothy on this slot machine.
Hey man, the original story is in the public domain. That was
Is that true?
1900s, like 1900 something.
Maybe 1890s. I think it's 1920 something.
The movie is. You think the fucking...
the story, yes, for sure. Yeah.
The MGM movie is...
But, I mean, it was all of, like, the characters from the movie. Like, it was how Dorothy dresses and looks with Toto in the movie.
They have the rights to that. It was described in the book.
I guess that's true. Maybe they don't have the rights to the look. They just... I have no idea.
Shout out homegirl Judy Garland. Let's go. What's good? Hit me up on MySpace.
Who's that?
Dorothy.
Yeah.
You're pushing 100, but I'm pushing against your DMs.
She's dead.
Fuck.
She died a very sad death.
Everybody, it is with a heavy heart that I announce that the love of my life has perished.
40 years ago.
Yeah.
Do you know about all the shit that happened on The Wizard of Oz?
Yeah. The the paint
fucked.
And the paint fumes and just like shitty set construction.
Do you know how they treated Dorothy though?
How?
Like a lot of people know about like the paint was toxic and the witch actually caught on fire, which is crazy.
That's funny. That witch was evil.
They abused Dorothy like physically and emotionally and mentally. throughout the entire recording. She was given different drugs to make sure she was peppy all the time, and she couldn't eat food while she was because they thought it would make her sluggish or fat. Wow. So for months she was only allowed to eat cigarettes and raisins.
Eat cigarettes?
Yeah.
Eat cigarettes?
I maybe smoke, but the article I said is she can eat cigarettes and raisins.
That's such a bland diet. Why not include some black licorice in there too?
And then all of the like older guys that were on set just like harassed her. Right. This minor. It's so fucked. And then she grew up famous, and then she killed herself when she was like 30.
Damn. That was the age you were looking forward to, and she was like, "I'm done."
I mean, I'm glad I wasn't Dorothy. I don't want to be a child actor. Holy fuck.
Children actors don't want to be children actors.
No, not at all. Oh, did you hear about the thing that happened recently with the YouTube channel? Did we talk about this on the podcast?
What YouTube channel?
The family vlogger one where the mom got arrested.
Yeah, I heard about that in passing. I don't know any of the details.
So it just, a lot of people, for some reason, it's either usually people around our age understand how YouTube family vloggers are very, very fucked. Mm-hmm. But older generations will be like, oh, child acting is bad, and then won't understand that YouTube like is the exact same idea. And then younger kids are just too dumb to understand it. And it sucks. But it's as bad, and I think that this story proves it. This only happened less than a month ago.
Oh shit, I was alive then.
Yeah, I was born around that time.
I was taking shits and eating chicken sandwiches.
Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
She, it was a family vlogging channel, and she was known to give parenting advice. Some of it was oddly strict. Some of the advice she would give would be like, don't feed them if they're being bad. Or another one was, because he lied to us, he's losing his bedroom privileges, and he has to sleep on the floor for a month. He's not allowed in his bedroom for a month, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Then one day, their neighbor heard a knock at the door, and she opens it, and it is their son that escaped having his hands duct taped. And he comes in and he describes to her that his wrists were duct taped together, and the only way for him to escape was for him to crawl out of the bathroom window. And he then was like, telling her to not call the cops because he didn't want his parents to put him into trouble.
Jesus fuck.
She called the cops, thank God. And the mom is arrested.
What the fuck?
I know. This was a YouTube family vlogging channel.
And
she was known to give parenting advice.
None of that is the what the fuck. Of course, YouTube parenting channels are fucking duct taping their kids' hands together. I think everything is so exploitative nowadays, and it's like made more so by TikTok, because you can do little snapshots of like, look at this. I made my kids 16 omelets for dinner, but you're not showing when you're hitting them with a shoe. That came immediately after you made them 16 omelets for dinner.
Yeah, it's very easy for these fucking like family channels to just cut out everything that is negative.
It's not easy, it's encouraged. Yeah. Because if you just show like, we're doing fun arts and crafts as a family. Look at this, we made a cool paper hat.
I think it's crazy that she was bad at cutting out the bad stuff. She was famous for giving parenting advice, and the advice she was giving was abuse.
Yeah, Daddy of Five. Remember Daddy of Five?
That is crazy. What?
Daddy of Five?
I don't remember the story, but I've heard it before.
The guy like just basically goaded his children or threatened them really into participating in his videos, and at the end of every video, he'd like fucking knock them in the head real hard and go, say to subscribe and follow on Twitter.
Oh my God.
And they'd be like, oh, follow and subscribe. And then one time he does a prank where he pours like fake disappearing ink on the carpet, and the mom's just like screaming at him. Just like screaming. And then the dad like pushes him down into the corner of the table. Yeah.
I remember that.
Parents got the wrong idea, man. Like you made You made them, not the other way around. The responsibility is entirely on you.
Yeah,
To
like
either get them aborted while it's still an option, or fucking just be a good parent. You don't have any. There's no third choice.
there should not be a third choice. That is terrible. I remember that they would just like do stuff purposefully and then blame it on him, and then the kid would just start crying.
Of course he
It's
does.
so fucked. Stop. Do not make a family YouTube channel.
Stop making
Stop
families,
it.
you stupid
Stop.
fucking Homo sapiens.
Don't film your kids unless it is for your own memories.
Go do the
Do
only.
not upload it for views.
Yeah,
You're stupid and
you stupid.
dumb.
I agree.
But I'm
Yeah.
a full adult with
You're a full
no
adult.
kids.
No kids.
We're 2 adults, and we are excited to start our new family YouTube vlogging channel.
Yes.
What if we got married
Mm-hmm.
and then just said, like, this is a YouTube family vlogging channel?
But like, just never do anything family related. Just tag
But
it.
we're a family, though, so it's not lying.
Right.
So
What would we do? Like skits? Like
No,
Roman
just
Atwood
this.
pranks?
Just this.
Yeah. I like that idea.
Yeah. We Are in a Car is a YouTube family vlogging channel.
By definition, dude. Think about it.
Yeah. Vlogging, as in we are talking about stuff.
Jogging, as in we are running at a pretty medium speed.
I don't think jogging is in the title.
Would you say the word before that?
Vlogging.
Okay. Yeah, vlogging, as in we are blogging on our
Vlog.
cog, as in gear. Smog, as in smoke.
You know the
fog.
real fucking way to answer this doors and wheels bullshit is
As
we are
a-
going to make a multi-billion-dollar monopoly that invents only gears.
Ah.
No way in or out other than a wheel that turns you in, right? So it's a big tire that is constantly rotating, and for you to get in, you have to hop in like a seat, and then it
Right.
flips you around. It's like a Ferris wheel.
Like in Super Mario Bros. For Wii.
Yeah.
Yes.
What track?
What track?
I'm so confused.
Super Mario Bros. For Wii.
Oh, not Mario Kart Wii.
No.
All right, still confused.
The platformer.
Are you talking about this giant spinning grass
That
things?
no. In
What
the
are you talking
castles, there's giant rotating gears that you hop on.
Yes.
Yes.
Those.
Yeah, those are the ones.
Yeah, those. That's how you get in and out. Everything, even like there are no emergency exits. Well,
there shouldn't be.
There are. It's just many smaller gears so that it spins quicker. And then we just only make gears. It's just all gears.
Yeah.
And wheels. Anything that rotates, but nothing that opens. Because we are open to the public.
We're rotating to the public.
We're an open source company.
You see the image where it says "and rotate," and it's a picture of Andrew Tate. It's a good image.
What? No.
It's
Is he a wheel?
No. It's a screenshot from like Photoshop or MS Paint, and it says like turn and rotate, and they circled and rotate, and then it's just a picture of like the soy jack image of Andrew Tate where his no chin is accentuated, and he looks like a fucking dweeb.
Is he still in jail? I don't know what the fuck that man's up to.
Yeah, he's in jail.
I
He's
don't-
sex trafficked.
Well, I don't know. He's rich, so in the U.S. you can just pay your way out. I don't know.
He's
if
not in
that-
the U.S., man.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how it works in
Yeah.
Romania. Hopefully not like that. Sorry, dude.
No, not sorry.
Bye.
Don't do that. Don't do it again, you fucking dumbass.
It's really funny. He's just banned off of everything. So I'll never know what he's up to, and that is fine.
If I had to guess, probably the same stupid shit he was already up to, which is saying things that he doesn't think or mean because it is marketable to a small demographic of men who think that they are denied sex because they're short.
Women need to understand their value here. Their value is...
I can reach stuff in the small cabinet.
Women are able to crawl through mouse holes to try and find Cherry. I'm a big boy. I'm a big Chad. I have muscles out the goddamn wazoo.
Let me climb inside your walls.
What's his brother's name?
I don't know. But I know that he also got arrested because he was also doing that shit. You're telling me 2 completely innocent men are being investigated for the same things?
They're innocent.
They're innocent. They're fucking innocent, man.
It's innocence written right on their bald, shiny head.
They are so bold. Is that not like no offense to bald people, because I know you guys are out there.
I can't get through the mouse hole.
Yeah.
I need a woman.
It's probably all this
woman.
It's probably all this hair that's making it hard to get inside the mouse hole, dude.
That's why he's shaving.
Yeah.
I need to get in there. I can't lose my bulk, but I have to be able to fit in the hole one way or another. These women are useless without me.
If I see one
they won't
woman
go in the hole, I will have to.
And rotate.
What do you think's in the mouse hole?
Cheese, grommet. Cheese. Yeah. That Wallace. I'll tell you what. He's a
new plan for my house.
Mm-hmm.
That Hobbit door I was talking about,
right.
That, but 2 on every wall.
2 Hobbit doors on each wall?
On each wall.
For what?
An enter and an exit.
That way you don't get them confused. Wouldn't want to accidentally leave through an entrance.
They will be labeled.
Right.
And I can get to and fro quickly and conveniently.
I can't argue that.
Like, watch, scurry.
Whoa.
Like, right now...
Motherfucker scuttlefished away.
Right now, like, if I wanted to get to a different room, I would have to get up,
right.
And then walk through a hallway...
Fuck that.
To get into another room? I don't need to go through the hallway. Hobbit door.
You lost me at hallway. I was thinking about those 2 doors.
Bingo. It's like I enter, the house opens into a living room.
Right.
To the right, there's a hallway. At the end, that leads to a door on your right. Now, imagine that layout on its own. There's a living room, a wall, a hallway, and a door. So that room that the door leads to is connected to the same wall that you started at in the living room. And yet you have to go all the way down a hallway and then circle your way back.
It's bullshit.
I will make 2-foot tall door.
Thank you. I'm glad somebody's doing it.
And I will go straight through wall. And it will be the most convenient thing I've ever done.
It's innovation like this that has resulted in us not having a 9/11 in 20 years. You know that?
It ain't gonna happen again.
It's not happening.
This bad boy's around.
Seriously, don't do a 9/11 because I'm watching.
Guys, a PSA coming from your guys at We're in a Car. Do not hijack a plane,
right.
A commercial-sized plane.
Do not weaponize a commercial jetliner.
Put it into a building. Don't do that. Don't do that.
If you know it's good for you. Because SEAL Team 6 will come to your rock cave and beat the shit out of you and take your hard drive.
It's
you know Osama bin Laden had every episode of Naruto on his on his hard drive?
Didn't he also play Fortnite?
There's no fucking way he played Fortnite.
I think he played I don't think it was Valorant. I think it was Fortnite and Apex Legends. So there was a chance that you could queue up with Osama bin Laden on your team.
He did not play in Fortnite. Fortnite is an invention of the 2010s. He was killed in 2007 or 8.
Oh, fuck. You're right. Maybe it was CSGO. Hold on. I gotta know now. I'm looking it up.
Yeah, what the hell?
He was a gamer.
I bet he was. He was also a fucking weeb. Is that why they killed him, or was it the terrorist thing?
What games did Osama play?
Oh, I see something good.
Okay, it was CSGO. But it was also Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. He loved the Nintendo DS.
He's got pristine taste.
Oh, he played LAN with Counter-Strike with other Al-Qaeda members. Bro, what a banging party.
He was practicing. If you think about it.
We're going to 5-stack.
Honestly, good taste. Do you think he had the skin sanity and maybe that's why he did the terrorist attack?
I can't pull a CSGO knife. I can't get it. No matter how many boxes I buy.
This is the holographic.
All right. Guys, 100% serious here. If I don't pull a legendary in this box, we're going to do something crazy.
Stick around to the end of the video. There are surprises littered throughout. All right.
That'd be crazy if he was a YouTuber.
It bums me out when I watch. We're going to get serious here. We're going to get kind of.
Are we?
Yeah, we're going to get a little serious. It bums me out when I watch those old news reports on the fucking morning of September 11, 2001, because
that's normal. That would bum you out.
Yeah, I get that, but it especially bums me out when they say, "Yeah, a plane accidentally flew into the towers. There's just one right now," and I'm like, "Dude, stick around."
This next thing will blow your mind.
It's so sad.
Wow.
They thought it was unintentional. They thought like a pilot got drunk and drove a plane. Like there's not provisions for that. Like, nah, man, that motherfucker was doing that on purpose. And if it happened today, immediately everybody would take to Twitter and be like, "Oh, they didn't like our way of life or something."
Whoops. That's crazy.
They were so fucking
Well, I'm glad that we straight white men in our early 20s are able to discuss 9/11.
I know, right? This affected me in ways that I was not born yet for.
All right. I'm just going to put it out there, even though this is like the 14th episode, I believe. Mm-hmm. Please do not take anything we say seriously. I remember it kind of threw me through a loop because it was a different content creators podcast I listened to recently. I know we do not at all. We have like an average of 6 listeners. But
I don't even listen to this shit.
If I'll listen to like the first 30 minutes. I'm like, wow, this guy's drag on, and then I kind of get over it. But they were talking about how they like make tons of stupid ass jokes, but there's always a niche group of people that take it seriously, and it's crazy. Yeah. So I'm just going to put it out there. Do not believe anything we say. We are not qualified to
This guy called me straight like 60 seconds ago. Dumbass.
I'm not even qualified to say that.
I think, the 9/11 affected American people, and I'm American, so I can say a thing about it. Isn't that how that works?
We can make jokes about it, but like I don't want
to initiate a terrorist attack.
I just want everyone out there to be like, please don't take anything we ever say seriously, and if we say anything with 100% certainty, think that it's a lie. We started this podcast apologizing to Robbie, one of our closest, dearest friends, and
is that not serious?
No, it was serious, but I'm saying that we talked about looking it up on the podcast, and we were still wrong. So I just want to make sure that no one is taking this podcast and using it to learn anything. Do not learn anything from us.
I would argue that I am full of good information.
No.
Lots of useful information. Listen, if you're out in the Canadian wilderness and you need to start a fire,
eat any berry you see.
Eat any berry. Eat the mushrooms.
The purple means it's going to taste like grapes.
Grapes.
The blue means it's going to taste like Hawaiian punch.
Go ahead, drink gas.
It's rainbow for a reason. It's because it's going to taste like Fruit Loops.
If you can't swim, it's a good idea to jump inside of the ocean and stuff.
If you can't swim, skydiving into the middle of a lake will teach you how to swim because it's a sink or float scenario.
I hate fucking teachers like that. Go ahead, throw them in. They'll learn. Well, if they don't, what happens?
Death. And that's Darwinism, baby. I will stand up for my cute little Darwin thing.
The little fish from Gumball.
I
love that guy.
I love that cute little fishy.
I know, right?
I love how he studied that one bird for 30 years and lost his goddamn mind over it. What a baby. Study something cooler. Study like an elephant.
Study like arithmetic, bitch. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you have a fun time vacationing on islands and looking at birds? I was learning about fucking numbers. Kill public figures.
No, allegedly. No.
If you want.
No.
If you're interested.
Do not.
Fine,
do
kill
not.
private figures. I don't know.
Do not kill.
I can't win with you. All right, closing arguments.
Do you want to go first?
I went first. I went first last time.
All right, I'll go. This is a comedy podcast.
Saying this again.
We are not to be taken seriously about anything except for our relationship with Rob Schneider. You can contact Rob and you can say, do you know this podcast? And he will be like, oh,
yeah, of
you
course.
mean my roommates? Because Rob's in the other room, guys. We just happen to be in his mansion. I'm sorry. We've been leading you astray.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't been in a car in the past couple of episodes, and that's because we have been slowly moving into Schneider's guest bedroom.
The Schneidster.
Yeah, he calls his house the Schneidste's mansion, and it's so cute. And I love snuggling up against him at night.
Oh.
And I think that, but like, you know, just everything else that we say, it's opinionated. It could be completely a lie and we don't know it. So please do not use this as any factual information, except any news about Rob Schneider.
Yes.
Because I can ask him and I'll get it straight to you.
Oh, dude, fucking Rob to mouth to listeners. That is the order of events here.
Comment down below if you're like, what's Rob's second favorite Italian dish? And I can tell you
Linguine.
Next week.
Yeah, it's linguine though.
Oh, we already know.
Yeah, there you go.
Look at that.
Yeah.
All right, that's my closing argument.
All right, mine. I am an infinite well of wisdom. Everything I say is to be taken seriously. And with hold on, what are you laughing for?
I was laughing.
Some reverence, please.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I am an infinite well of wisdom. And that's all. That's it. I'm just, you know, I'm kind of wise and stuff, like some kind of like Weisenberger.
Do you want to leave this episode off with the well of wisdom, giving some life advice to our audience?
Absolutely.
All right.
Oh, are you going to do the backing and I'm going to give them the wisdom?
You're the well of wisdom.
You're right. I'm correct. You're correct. All right. You might think that just because bread is moldy, you're not supposed to make a grilled cheese with it. Wrong. Think about it. Penicillin was the answer to... Keep doing it. Was the answer to, like, cholera, I think. So what the fuck are you doing? You're like this weak Gen Z piece of shit. You're not eating moldy bread? Bruh, cheese is mold? If the bread's moldy, you're just getting extra vitamins. Straight up facts. Bye.
Bye.